So are you somebody that suffers from putting their hands around a bar or a dumbbell and you don't quite have that nice grip, or a chin up? Are you one of those persons that has trouble with a full chin up when you're doing your strength exercises? Well, Angles 90 might be able to assist with that and make it a much more pleasant experience. So that's what we're going to find out about it today. Welcome back to a lovely, sunny, cold winter's day in the UK. And here I am back in the gym, and I want to talk today about Angles 90, which here it is in its glory. A pair of these, newer handles, very nicely designed, very nice to hold. Let's talk about the Angles 90 ergonomic handles. They're actually a Finnish company from Helsinki, and very interesting background what they've got. They designed these from originally from cutting off their ski poles, sort of cutting the handles off of a ski pole and literally attaching them to various gym equipment to do some pull-ups and various exercises. And around, they say, 300 athletes were involved in this design, and they've done 70 designs to get to the product that we have here today. So very interesting, and they patented it back in 2018. So yeah, very interesting background. So they're into their healthy ergonomic, should I say, training style to build strength and size whilst preserving your joints as such. But yeah, I find these have been very good. Certainly have been using these in my gym for various exercises, which I will include some videos today. But what I found with the company Angles 90, that they do very useful emails. They're not frequent as much, they're not annoying email, I'd say to say. But what they are is very interesting and very good advice. So when they come through, I don't find them, awful to read. I find them interesting and useful. And when you sign up for them in an email, they even give you a free PDF full of exercises to do. So I think they're a great company. Definitely, I'll be buying some more products from them. So here they are. They've got a slight angle to them, if you can see that. And the idea is that you attach it to your various equipment like that, and then you'll be putting your hand. I'll show you when it's set up, but basically you put your hand so it's very enclosed in your hand like that. So very, very, very comfortable to use. When I first got them, I thought, God, this band, is this going to be strong enough for the weights to be attached to? But they say that only 0.5 has ever sort of either worn or gone. So what they do though is they give you 20%, if that does 20% off a new pair of these, if they do get sewn. But what they do recommend is just quite obvious really, it's common sense. You don't always leave them in that same position. That's obviously where it's tied, but you don't wear it in that position all the time, so you adjust it around the item that you're using at the time. So yeah, I think they're very good. So I'll show you some various exercises to do with them. But I've used them for various bits and pieces, and yeah, I found them very good indeed. Now what I've done here is I've just slightly raised the camera so you can get to see another part of the equipment Angles 90 sells, which is a pulley system. So as I spoke about in my other video, which is about the home gym and the size within the parameters I've got to keep equipment sort of minimal, but also useful. And I think this is very useful, and it is very good at saving space for the additional exercises that I'd like to do. The pulley system does it. So Angles 90 sell a pulley which you can do your normal press downs, pull downs, tricep extensions, straight arm lat downs, things like that. But you may want to include more where you're bringing the weight up from an upward motion rather than a downward motion, keeping it very simple. So you attach just another wire. So this is the wire, and this would be what you would attach your various bars, or angles 90 indeed, handle to. And then to do a different type of exercise, you get another wire, attach that to that, and then I'll show you in a moment, but you attach it to the bottom, and then you add what your equipment is that you'd like to do the handle as such for your next part of the equipment. So bicep curl, something like that. But there's lots of exercises, but the more important thing is the pulley system. Now, I've used this for many times. I've had this a good few years now. I can't see any wear. The pulley is still very smooth. There's no squeaks, there's nothing at all. Very easy to place on. There's plenty of room if you've got various bars, and I've attached it down the bottom here for the other one. The only thing occasionally I've had to do is not this up here, but this one down here, just to make sure the wire is back on track, purely because it's spun round during my sets, and I've had to just put it into position. Doesn't cause me any issues though, just to be mindful of that. So let me grab the camera and I'll show you that bottom pulley. So here we go, here's the second pulley, and that just attaches there, just like that. And that goes around. I put it there, but you can move it, I suppose, to other parts of the rack. And then, yep, this goes through the pulley, and then you've got another carabiner to attach whatever style handle that you would like. And here's some exercise I've done with that style of pulley system here. And then as the wire comes up to here, excuse me in the mirror, you then obviously got the next part, and that gets attached to your various weights using one of these. And then, yep, very strong, very sturdy. There's no signs of any wear in either of mine. But yeah, that can easily take a good amount of weight for the exercises you want to do. So that's the full kit. Let's talk about some prices, shall we? So I just wanted to talk more today on the actual grips and how they are, how you'd place your hand on them. I think that's most useful. So this would be attached to a bar, if you can imagine. And then the most used one I'd say that I have is the ergo grip, and that just naturally falls in to your hand. And as you can see, my middle finger is just placed through the rope, very comfortable, and it just sits into your palm of your hand, very comfortable. That's the first one. The next one, where literally we're going to pull the rope through. So now you'll be doing some pulling action. So imagine that end now attached to a cable for a machine where you can now do pull exercises. And again, a hand just gripped around there very nicely, just like that. And that one they call the Power Plus, just like that. Yeah, very comfortable indeed. Now that first grip and the second grip all required the middle finger to go through. What they suggest for more forearm activation is to use your ring finger through it. And you can tell just by placing that in that you kind of have more grip on the outer palms part of your hands. And I think that definitely just shows how the forearm would then become activated. So yeah, that's another one. Just to also, you might be wondering, what's the maximum that these state that they can do? Well, 180 kilograms. So 180 kilograms it is, that's what they say, angles 90. On the handle, there's some, you can see those, there's two slits in there, and that allows the band to be placed through these, and then that obviously shortens it. So that might be useful for something that you need to do in your gym or exercise. So yeah, variety of things to do, and I'm sure we can all come up with something new ourselves, can't we, and how they perform best to us, because we're all different and we all like to do things differently. But it's just so much nicer to be able to have that option instead of that straight bar, always straight and pulling up or pulling up. But this allows those more movements to be more to yourself, you know, your type of body part. I have to keep moving around because the winter sun is so much lower this time of year and it keeps blasting in on me. So I've just got my iPad because I wanted to check the up-to-date prices. Now, as it is, it's that Black Friday, isn't it? That good old time of year where great prices are available. So the handles are $24.90 and that's reduced 37% off, so that's a great saving. And then the pulley system that I've just explained to you is, let's have a look, they do that at £32.72, so 42% off. There you go. But yeah, there's other bits and pieces on the Angles 90 website. They even do a limited edition wood handle, so there's exactly the same handles as I've shown you, but a wood handle version might be something you'd like, and that is currently, or it's not on sale, but £85.90, so much more different. But yeah, if you want to see any more about Angles 90, please let me know. I'm happy to do another video on it. I think it's a great piece of equipment, and hopefully you do too. And if you have used it and you've got tips for me, that'd be great. I'd love to hear them. Let me know. But yeah, please subscribe. As you know, I'm enjoying my journey on YouTube, and it would be fantastic to get even more followers to reach out to you all more. Keep safe. See you on the next one.